There's only one explanation: class loyalty, ruling class loyalty. For 50 years, a ruling class of Republicans and Democrats, permanent officials in the government bureaucracy, big business bosses with their donations and lobbyists have run the world in their interests. Their ideology was based on globalism, with two key components: free trade and open borders. Globalism made the ruling class richer and working Americans poorer. If you're operating on a global, not just a national scale, you can get much bigger and make much more money. If you open your borders, you can import as many new workers as you want and pay all the rest of them less, so your profit margins are higher. In 2016, America elected a president who stood against all that and has, exactly as he promised, started to turn it around. This is why they're defending Joe Biden so ferociously. Biden is the absolute epitome of the corrupt ruling class. As I said on Twitter last week, the ruling class act all outraged about foreign interference in our democracy through election meddling. Foreign governments interfere in our democracy every day in Washington through all the swampy techniques we've shown you over the years: hiring lawyers and lobbyists, funding think tanks, and putting former government officials and current officials' relatives directly on their payroll. What total disgusting hypocrites they are. Nancy Pelosi took money from lobbyists representing shady companies in Ukraine. Chuck Schumer took money from lobbyists for the Saudi Arabian and Mexican governments. President Obama's former head of cybersecurity now works for Huawei, an arm of the Chinese government. President Trump's former defense secretary, James Mattis, now works for the swampy Cohen Group, which boasts about shipping American defense jobs overseas and selling American manufacturing firms to foreign countries. And of course, Joe Biden. Forget about the Ukraine corruption, that's nothing. He took over $1 billion in bribes from the Chinese government, America's #1 adversary, in the form of payments to Biden family businesses in exchange for policy favors. Hashtag Joe China. So, spare us the sanctimonious bleating about foreign interference. Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, the whole rotten, corrupt crew, you've been selling America to the highest foreign bidder for donkey's years, and yes, for personal gain. The challenge to globalism, the class prejudice, that's what the Trump impeachment is about. It is class war. We didn't start it, the ruling class did. But we sure as hell are gonna fight to the end for the populist revolution.
Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 1st of October. Happy Red October. I believe this will be the biggest month of this movement. It is heating up like never before. On today's podcast, we have two incredible articles. We'll be going over some memes as well. I hope you enjoyed that intro video. Big things are happening in this country. We are taking our country back by storm, and we are getting to witness it in real time. This is huge. It's just amazing what we've been going through and what we will be able to see in the future. Just understand this, that America and American citizens will be extremely wealthy. We will be extremely happy people. We will be restored as a republic once and for all. And my friends, I wanted to show you here the articles I wanted to bring forward to you. House Democrats subpoena Trump lawyers Rudy Giuliani in impeachment probe. This happened over a couple minutes ago. This is coming from TRUreporting. Why do they want to subpoena Rudy? Because he's bringing forth truth. They want to silence him. They want to keep this charade going. This is what they do. They lie upon lie upon lie. Also, this blew my mind. She's running. Steve Bannon drops a bomb and tells FBN's Trish Reagan Hillary Clinton is running. Former chief strategist for President Trump, Steve Bannon, joined Trish Reagan on Fox Business Network on Monday night to discuss the latest Democrat coup attempt against Donald Trump. Guys, if this thick-ankled, dog-faced gremlin runs, I will be blown away. She's obviously going to try a more centrist move. She's not going to be as left-wing because that's what has brought down the Democrat Party, correct? These people like AOC and Kamala Harris and all these idiots out there who are basically socialist communists, in my opinion. She's probably going to pull the strings and try to go dead center, right? They've abandoned Bernie. They've abandoned Bernie. They're abandoning Biden because they're almost too centrist, right? But now it's gotten too far left. So now they're trying to bring it back to center, and I believe that's what she's going to do. My friends, before we hop in today's podcast, would you please welcome my sponsor, Noble Gold. Hey guys, Thomas from TRUreporting here. Did you know that gold is up 18%? That's right. It's been like that since the month of June, and we all know why. It's because Trump is relentless against the Federal Reserve. We know that our money is not worth anything unless it's backed by gold. So why not back your 401k or IRA with gold and go to Noble Gold and tell them Thomas sent you from TRUreporting. You call this number 1-877-646-5347 and tell them Thomas sent you, and it'll be worth your while. Thanks guys, and enjoy the podcast. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Before we get into today's podcast, would you please go ahead and sub to TRUreporting 2.0. The link is in the description box below of this video. Please subscribe to my backup channel, TRUreporting 2.0, if you have not already. Also, please go ahead and click that notification bell so when I post to this channel, you'll be the first to know. And finally, would you please go ahead and click the like button? The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is TRUreporting. So again, this is from just a little while ago from TruePundit.com. House Democrats subpoena Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani in an impeachment probe. That you heard me correctly, guys. House Democrats have subpoenaed President Donald Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, for Ukraine-related documents as part of their impeachment inquiry. Pursuant to the House of Representatives impeachment inquiry, we hereby transmitting a subpoena that compels you to produce the documents set forth in the accompanying schedule by October 15th, 2019. The letter from the House Intelligence Chair, Adam Schiff. Wow. Oversight Chair Elijah Cummings and a Foreign Affairs Chair Eliot Engel says. This is just a stunning group of people. Adam Schiff, Elijah Cummings, and Eliot Engel. A bunch of liars, thieves, and traitors, if you ask me. The lawmakers noted that Giuliani has acknowledged in several recent interviews that he had asked a Ukrainian prosecutor for information about former President Joe Biden. In addition to this stark admission, you stated more recently that you were in possession of evidence in the form of text messages, phone records, and other communications, indicating that you were not acting alone in that Trump administration. Officials may have been involved in this scheme. The letter, which was sent Monday, says. So, more lies upon lies coming at us from Adam Schiff, Elijah Cummings, and Eliot Engel. They're going to go after anyone and everything to try and get this president impeached. And my friends, I want to bring in a short clip of, if you do not believe me, if you do not believe the people, the pundits out here that are pushing this Ukrainian mess between Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, just take a look at this quick video right here, right now.
The son of the U.S. Vice President has joined the board of directors of Ukraine's largest private gas producer. Hunter Biden now leads the company's legal unit, getting the position a few weeks after his father's trip to Kiev. And as Marina Portnoy explains, this could be more than just a coincidence.
Since the start of the crisis in Ukraine, Washington has provided unwavering moral and financial support to anti-government protesters, particularly those who spearheaded the uprising. Over the past months, Kyiv has received special visits from the CIA director, The Secretary of State, his assistant, senators, and most recently, U.S. Vice President Joe Biden, who recently crossed the Atlantic to assure Ukrainians that America's involvement in their crisis is sincere.
We, the United States, stand with you and all the Ukrainian people. In time, democracy can be delivered to the Ukrainian people. It is not just a foreign policy judgment. It is a personal, it's an emotional commitment as well by millions of Americans. As you attempt to pursue energy security.
Well, as it turns out, Joe Biden's youngest son will be conveniently playing a major role in Ukraine's pursuit of energy independence. Hunter Biden has been appointed head of legal affairs at Burisma Holdings, Ukraine's largest private gas producer. The U.S. Vice President's son will also join the company's board of directors, consulting on matters related to international expansion and policies surrounding the country's economy. Critics say this is typical Washington politics, exploiting a foreign crisis for personal gain.
It's very difficult to disentangle business interests from national interests.
Vice President Biden has repeatedly accused Moscow of meddling in Ukraine's affairs, also insisting that America will help Kyiv reduce its dependency on Russia's energy. Mr. Biden just didn't mention that his own son and the U.S. would be benefiting in the interim. Reporting from New York, Marina Portnaya, RT.
My friends, how refreshing would it be if we got real news, real facts? I think the nation right now is starved for it. That's where these YouTube channels like me, Red Pill 78, so on and so forth, come into play. Perhaps we could be the future of the news. I really believe this, my friends, that the president does know about us. I believe that this team, this 17 team, does know about these channels. Zach Voorhees, the Google whistleblower, has told us that we could possibly be protected, that it's gone to the end of the line to put in a work order to get rid of these channels, and yet it has not taken place. Something is protecting us, and I think that this means that there is a possibility that the future of the news could be these 17 channels. Guys, and speaking of Q, I wanted to bring in this right here. This is actually from a British group that was performing in New York City, and it says, at the Massive Attack show, wasn't really feeling Bansky's visuals until he started showing Building 7 footage and flashing text that said, you know what, and who killed Epstein. This is real. These are real photos taken from a giant concert in New York City on stage, a Massive Attacks live concert last night at the Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Look at this. Look at how many people are there. Hundreds and hundreds of people are witnessing this in real time. The world is awakening, as you can see here. Check it out. Look at all these people down below. This guy's up in the top balcony, so this place was packed. This is from Robert Stribely. Please follow him at Stribs. And finally, guys, I wanted to show you this article talking about the thick-ankle dog face. It says here, from the Gateway Pundit, she is running. Steve Bannon drops a bomb and tells the Fox Business Network, Trish Reagan, Hillary Clinton is running. Former chief strategist for the President Trump, Steve Bannon joined Trish Reagan on Fox Business Network on Monday night to discuss the latest Democrat coup against Donald Trump. It says here, Steve told Trish Reagan, they've been hellbent on this since 2:30 a.m. on November 9th, 2016. They still fail to see the reason they lost the election is the upper Midwest. Donald Trump reached out to working class people. The manufacturing jobs were gone. Their lifestyles changed. The opioids are there. Hillary Clinton was too busy to do that. They've never been able to admit this. Steve said the national security apparatus has failed the United States and President Trump saw this. That's part of the reason that they hate him. Trump encouraged the Trump administration to slow the process down. There are many alternatives to slow this thing down. Bannon warned Democrats if they vote to impeach the president, when all the information on the Democrat scandals is released, then they have signed their death warrant, and it will be released, my friends. We have another video I wanted to show you about the D-Class. It is coming. Dan Bongino is saying it is coming. If he knows about it, he's breaking it to the public, the American public on Fox. Let's go ahead and check out that video.
I'll tell you what's going on right now. The Democrats are panicking for two reasons, and their media buddies. They're panicking because the IG report's about to come out, which is about to expose a massive government spying operation against Donald Trump. Listen, here's the key takeaway. In collusion with foreign governments, right? That's why they're panicking. And they're panicking because of what the Obama administration did is 1,000 times worse than what they're alleging Donald Trump did.
So like I said, guys, and also Steve Bannon says that if they try to impeach this president when all the information on the Democrat scandals are released, they have signed their death warrant. It is coming. Red October is here. The Great Awakening is here. Spread this like wildfire. It is happening. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it right now because this spiritual battle, this biblical timeline that we are on is running through our veins. Our souls know this, that we are about to witness a new revelation. We're going to see an awakening like never before. This is going to be something we will never forget. Continuing on with this article, Steve also predicted that Hillary Clinton is running in 2020, telling Trish Regan, in quotes, "I even think Hillary Clinton or Bloomberg or some centrist, like I said, comes in here, she's running. She's just trying to decide how to fit her way in." So, my friends, if you understand what's taking place here, this is biblical. This is not hearsay. This is something extremely special that we are getting to witness in real time. And take it all in. We must keep fighting. We must keep spreading this information through tweets, Facebook, through watching these videos, sharing this information, spreading this word like wildfire. My friends, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, would you please subscribe to my channel? You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting, and don't forget to leave a like. My friends, you can donate to this channel and keep us afloat by going to my PayPal, Patreon. We also have a P.O. Box and True Reporting merch. Stick with one another, be kind to one another, and I will see you very soon. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.